Passa.
Sitting here count my blessings. Ain't no need for stressing in my life. My enemies, they might form weapons. Yeah, but I know I'm protected by the blood, protected by the love of God. Grace and mercy, all his favor keeps taking me higher, just like skyscrapers. And every time I turn around, you keep blessing me, yeah, yeah. Look at God, he's making a way. Look at God, every day, yeah. Look at God, I can't take no credit. He's the one who did it. Look at God, oh, look at God, and I am always reminded. Look at God, you are always behind it. Look at God, I can't take no credit. He's the one who did it. Look at God. I'm not confused. I know what he's done. Check the reviews. Count every battle he's won. He don't gotta double back. Got it right the first time. He blows my mind. He's done it again, yeah. Grace and mercy, all his favor, taking me higher, just like skyscrapers. And every time I turn around, you keep blessing me, yeah, yeah. Look at God, he's making a way. Blessings are both sinking, net breaking, mind blowing, earth shaking. Blessings are both sinking, net breaking, mind blowing, earth shaking. Look at God, He's making a way. Look at God, every day. I can't take over and over. He's the one who did it. You will do it. And I am always reminded. Jesus, always behind it. I can't take no credit. He's the one who did it. Look at God. Grace and mercy, all His favor. Keeps taking me higher, just like skyscrapers.
Makes no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Listen, I know you've been hurting deep down inside. Let me encourage you. It's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing. You keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Thank you, Jesus. God's got a blessing. Everybody say that with me. God's got a blessing. If you really believe it, God's got a blessing. Come on. God's got a blessing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come on, God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. With your name on it. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. With your name on it. 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 How many know God's got a blessing with your name on it? Come on. Sing this with me. Come on, say. God's got a blessing. Everybody. God's got a blessing. You say God's got a blessing. Come on. Everybody say God's got a blessing. Come on, Jay. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. With your name on it. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. How about you? With my name on it. With my name on
Okay, this time. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Um, I am doing double duty and I don't have it set up the way I normally would because I forgot that I was doing double duty this morning. So I only have one computer set up instead of two. But it's okay, we all rock with it. And figure all of it out. Okay. Um, so happy to have you all here on this day, on this Sunday, um, to create this container, this spiritual container that we call Spirit Rising, to build out this salon for the soul. It is only because we make the decision constantly and consistently to come back into this space, to be with each other in partnership, to grow with each other, to pour out for, with, because of, on top of, all up and through our lives, that we have a beautiful space where we can in fact affirm the power of the collective, lean on the spiritual journey of the collective, learn from the wisdom that comes from the collective so that we all may grow and stretch and be and become day after day after day. And I am so happy to be a part of that. um I'm going to pray us into the space a little differently. For those who know and for those who do not know, um, we lost a beautiful woman warrior this week. Assata Shakur passed on the 25th, and if she was nothing but the definition of amazing, next to Harriet, you got Assata, is all I'm saying. And fight me with it, whatever. But I'm running the show today, so next to Harriet, you got Assata. And um, what she has meant for Black liberation, what she has meant for women warriors, what she has sown into this world, the fight, the belief, the legacy of unbridled and um, I don't know, just courageous liberation is amazing. And to have made the amazing moves that she made and yet sustained as long as she did, to have an entire country say, you know what? Nah, your home country is full of it. We keeping you here no matter what they say. We're gonna protect you at all costs, no matter what they say. To have that space and that refuge to continue to grow and develop and sow into this universe is a blessing that we all share. So we're gonna pray for Sodom. Mother, Father, Creator, spirits of the wind, water, earth, and fire, today we pause to honor the crossing of our sister, Mama Assata Shakur, warrior, witness, exile, and dreamer of a freer tomorrow. We call her name in the way our people have always done, as libation, as remembrance, as a refusal to forget. We call her name, Assata, so her voice always lives in us. We call her name, Assata, so her survival always thrives in us. We call her name, Assata, so her joy, her laughter, and her fire live forever. We call her name, Assata, so her most holy and divine, stubborn breath stays rooted in our souls. And for every woman who has been called too loud, too dangerous, too much, we thank you for being a mirror, For every woman who has been pushed to the margins, we thank you for showing us that margins are where movements begin. So much like Asada, we ask you, Spirit, to bless the warrior in us. Help us deny and refuse any silence not meant for us. Show us how to carry the power in our truth as if it were salt. Let us be the ones who dare to imagine the abundance of honey flowing, sweetening our lives and healing our wounds. Bless our hands to build, our voices to shout, our hearts to love fiercely and deeply. And may we walk forward, knowing that Asada is not gone, but dispersed, elevated, promoted, and in her most rightful and righteous position, guiding our every steps towards liberation. It is, in fact, our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love each other and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna jump in. So that second song, God's Got a Blessing with Your Name on it. Now we've done some things this month where we have examined some things and we've leaned into some spiritual interruptions. And last week we had an amazingly beautiful session where we were able to get some things out of our chest and out of our systems. Um, in a way that I believe many of us have been holding on and dredging behind. Erica Badu often says, my favorite song, Bag Lady, you gonna miss your bus dragging all your bags like that. So pack light, we got a chance to lighten the load a little bit. And so because this is a twofold and we're gonna be short today, um, I just sounded like one of them old Baptist preachers. I'm not gonna hold you long today. Give me a minute. We gonna get right to it. I'm not gonna hold you, but but we gonna be short today and quick today because many of our Empower family are down on North Vanderventer at the opening of our new drop-in center, and today is the grand opening. And so for others who would like to join them, I want to make sure that we have space and time, but I also want to make certain that we always give ourselves space and time to tend to what needs to be tended to in us. So, in thinking of how that space was truly just a blessing bestowed upon us. That space was not something that was asked for or dreamt of or thought about, right? That space came in conjunction, but as the precursor to a larger space that will become our home. That space was someone seeing the work that is being done by this organization, by this group of people, by these healers, by whomever, by God as God works in and throughout us, and said, you know what? I want to give you more. I want to give you a blessing with your name on it. I want to bestow something upon you. And so the question really is, how do you feel? How do you receive when blessings come with your name on it? Now I'm going to pause here because I think that Rebecca is a beautiful example and model of what it looks like to be and have an open posture for blessings. I know that sometimes I be like, oh my God, God, what you doing? I just asked you for that yesterday. How you just gone today? I just asked you for that, and that's a big ask. How do you just get the ball rolling today? So my question is, how do you handle blessings that come with your name on it? How do you handle blessings that come with your name
Mm,
on it?
mhm.
And as always, you can tell me how you have or need to experience spirit this week. But the question's more fun. How do you handle blessings that come with your name on it?
Interesting question. Um, when I retired, I'm back to teaching again, by the way. When I when I retired from daycare, um, I did a lot of online looking and have always wanted to narrate books and um, have one that is has been released for ACX for Amazon. That sewing guide, a New Orleans girl take on how to sew um, and then my second one just got is in final production. Um, Wild and Wise,
Mhm.
um, guide to women who want to live unapologetically, wild and wise. So um, I had to sit down and cry for a minute because uh, I love reading and I love reading to people, especially kids, but these are two women. And so it's like, oh, okay, or two sewers, or um, that I had to accept the fact that it's a gift.
Mhm.
It is a gift that I have that was bestowed upon me. And I used it. And and yeah. And so I don't often pat myself on the back or say thank you. And
Mhm.
I did this time. I did this time. Um, and I have to because I have to realize that um, the creative person I am is who God created me to be. And to take the blessings that go along with that creativity. And unbeknownst to me, my younger brother, one of my younger brothers, who I competed with my whole life musically, because that's what happens when there's three people who are musical, and I deem myself the least of the three. But my gifts are different, and what I do with my music is different. So he said to me as we had dinner the other day that he almost scolded me like, "Where is your music? Why is it not out there? Why don't I have copies of it? And I expect you to do that." And I was like, excuse me? Yeah, so I have to let go of in order to be all that I'm supposed to be.
Mhm.
And so how do I handle blessings? Um, I'm learning how to handle them, and I'm
Mhm.
learning to accept that there are people that are moved by what I do. And they're not just children, but they're people who I hold in great esteem. And my brother is one of those people. And it felt good to hear that from him. And his words were a blessing to me. And I did have to thank him for that too. So, yeah, I'm not used to hearing that from him. But
Mhm.
yeah, so again, I walk into this space, and it's right in my face. Yeah, it
Mhm.
sounds like a song. I walk into this space and it's right in my face. Do we need a theme song?
Um, we can talk because I got ideas.
Okay, okay, okay. I got the keyboards. Let's go.
Um, you made me think of this scripture. Um, and I'm gonna read it in King James. There are not too many scriptures that I will read in King James.
King J, I
I
got you.
will. Okay. But this one I will. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding.
Hmm.
So this idea of the hard truth coming in correction. Um, when you were speaking, I wrote blessing and correction. There's a blessing in the correction, but it's not just in the correction, it's being open to it. It's hearing it. You basically said my brother just got on my head, but you know what? He was right.
Mhm.
But you also said because I'm learning how. You said I accept that it is a gift, but I'm also learning how to accept it. Gratitude in real time.
Mm.
Like that's so real. I'm learning how. How do you handle blessings that come with your name on it? We keep learning how. We keep leaning into that acceptance. Nothing more, nothing less. I love it. I love it. I love it. We can't wait. I definitely wrote down the name of that book last week too, though. So I need to go back and look at that on my Amazon.
I will send it. I have some codes to send so that you can get the book and read it and then review. So yeah, so I'll put it on the send you all the link to the codes.
Here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This might be our next book club book. And we can listen to it with you.
Whew.
Any other
Adandi, what is
thoughts?
that? What is that scripture? What does that come from?
Oh, that is Proverbs 15:32.
Gotcha.
Other thoughts? How do you handle blessings that come with your name on it? How do you handle blessings that come with your name on it? It sounds like it could have led into a whole Paul and Saul sermon, but I'm gonna leave Damascus alone for right now. Go ahead, Mama Love.
I love this inquiry because I'm sitting here listening and thinking, for so long and, feeling like I said unworthy and whatever. Many times I couldn't see the blessings. And I confessed last week about comparing with other people and not appreciating what God had blessed me with and the gifts that God blessed me with, wanting to be more like or whatever. And in the process of life, just going through the seasons, I'm learning that all things are a blessing, one way or the other, good or bad. You know, when something good happens, we rejoice and we're thankful. I'm grateful. Uh, I want to share those blessings with others when God blesses me and say, girl, today, so and so God showed up and da 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 dee dee dee. And then when something like a second hip replacement happens, I sit and I say, okay, what's the lesson in this? That within itself is a blessing because I get to sit and I get to think about where I am and where God is taking me, and even where I've been and where God is taking me. And it's process, like you said, Adande, we lean into it and we're learning. But if you just, there's so many things that I have taken for granted. I mean, I'm listening now to a carpenter working on a Sunday on somebody's house, and I'm like, why is that carpenter out there on a Sunday? And yet, someone's getting their roof repaired or getting something done, uh, restoring their home after the tornado. And that is a blessing. And so I want to be more open and more aware of all the blessings that come my way. If it's no more than and I can't say no more, you know, that wonderful, miraculous waking up of waking up. Carolyn, you're not muted, and we could hear that yawn.
Oh, that's fun.
And yeah, just and even more being thankful for the blessings that come with someone else's name on it.
Mm, mm,
Being grateful and thankful for everything that's happening in this circle of love, for all of you, for people around the world. It's yeah, I'm becoming more open and more aware of how God is showing up in my life, in the lives of so many people, not only in this circle, in this city. When I heard about Scoop of Joy um, donate, it was like, what? Wow, how wonderful. Sally with her book. And Sally, I told you I needed that information on how to do the audio. So just text me that when you can. Uh, Eileen and all of her work that she's doing, and Carolyn and her wisdom, Earth Keepers Wisdom School, Rebecca, like, and so being open, just being open to all that God has for us, just being open, ready to receive, open and ready to receive. That's where I am right now. I'm ready for all the blessings with my name on it, all of them.
mm,
What did the old folks say? Rain down on me.
mm. Yes,
Rain down on me. Yes.
I love it. I love it. I don't even know where to start because I got all kind of notes. Actually, I'm gonna start in the middle. I often will say that sometimes blessings come to us, and sometimes they come through us. And you said that the lesson is the blessing, right? Sometimes we are used or utilized um, to demonstrate to someone else a blessing, a purpose, a lesson to give, to heal. And sometimes that comes with hurt or pain for us. Like when we have to walk away from something or someone, when we have to turn someone or something down, when we have to correct something in a way that doesn't feel good necessarily to us, where we may ache for something. But if we don't do it, then we keep the door to the blessing and the lesson closed. If we don't do it, we get in the way of how God might be moving in the life of somebody else. So the lesson is the blessing, even when it doesn't feel good. And that goes right back to Sally's beautiful correction. Sometimes it's for us, but sometimes we are utilized for the blessing of someone else. Your ears may be all kind of assaulted right now, but somebody's getting a new roof. Someone who needed something. It's happening. It might be causing some discomfort around, but there is a blessing that's happening. And so the lesson, I do agree, is to be open to receive, to be grateful, you said, for the blessings that come with someone else's name on it. I might be feeling a little icky about what's happening to you right now just because it's causing me a little discomfort, but if I can find my way to find gratitude for your blessing, then that absolutely keeps my posture open and ready to receive. All things, all things work together for good. All things work together for good. And I think the important word in that statement isn't the for good or even the all things, but it's together. Together is the reminder that all parts are necessary. It's all required. This can't happen without that. Everything is utilized. Rebecca says the universe leaves nothing, nothing unused. untouched. And it's interesting that I would end at the beginning because I think that that's important. Sometimes we miss our blessings because we're looking for something to be different. And I don't even mean our unworthiness. I mean, we're looking for something to be different. We don't think that blessing should look like that. We don't understand why our blessing look like this and their blessing look like this. We thought that we had been stacking blessings and so we should be like this, but we still only right here. They got a house too, but they got a big blessing. They got a 3,000 square foot blessing. And I'm hovering over here with 1,200 square feet. I don't understand. I'm looking for something else. I can't see the blessing because I thought it was going to look like something else. But if we go back to where you ended, be open and ready to receive. Be grateful for the blessings that come with someone else's name on it. All things work together for good. I just want to be in the vicinity and the proximity of blessings. I just want to be close to it. You want to touch the helm of Jesus' garment. I just want to touch the helm of a blessing. I will be sufficient to just be close enough. Let me breathe in the scent of blessings. Let me get a little some of that.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm ready for a call and response here. That Baptist church is coming up here,
Amen.
rising in my soul. Amen.
Come on
Yes.
now. Come on.
Come on. Come on. Come on, Adonde. Let's bring
Ooh, y'all got me going today.
it.
Funny. Good morning, Sam. Our question this morning is how do you handle a blessing that comes with your name on it? And that's specific. How do you handle specific blessings that are designed and named for you? How do you handle them? Other thoughts? If not, we can move forward. Hold on to the question.
I'm just aware of, oh, I'm sorry, Carolyn, were you chiming in? Go for it.
The dance of consideration. I love it here.
I am aware of how much frequency makes a difference in my capacity to receive blessings. Like for me, it's like when I'm home in myself, my capacity to receive is so much greater. When I'm somehow like a little bit off or not in my exalted, when I need the blessing most, perhaps, sometimes I have my receivers blocked. And I yeah, I'm just loving your question because it's just hitting me right at a time that I need it. And mostly I think what I'm aware of, like in this vein, is what helps me receive the blessing that is for me is when I don't like move chaotically to try to catch it, but like when I just stay on my feet, and just like work on staying in my lane, like getting me right rather than like jumping and grasping after things. And it's like actually, if I'm home here in myself, the receiving is smooth, the flow is abundant. It's really when I shake from that that I like start grasping and like actually the grasping is never the thing. The thing is always to notice that and slow down, recenter, like come inward and then attune.
Uh-oh, Tay, you accidentally muted yourself right after come inward.
Oh, I was complete. I meant to
Oh,
say just like come inward, complete, like come inward and then attune. That was all I had to say
no
right
worries.
there.
I thought we were revving up. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I love that the frequency makes a difference in how I can receive. But but two things I wanna go back to when I'm my highest self or my most exalted, and I think it's important. I think that word exalted is important that you use that one, um, because that calls forth something different than just a raised position, right? To be exalted is not just to be in position, but to be recognized for that positioning, right? So when you are sitting in the space of recognizing that not only are you elevated, but also you are seen and known for that elevation. Others are, be it ancestors or in real time. I think that that word, it's so important that you use that word. But you said if I'm not there, then my receivers might be blocked. And that might lead me to chaotic chasing. And then I wrote down, we don't chase, we attract. Like that's a powerful mantra that people use. We don't chase, we attract. And you said, and if it's not in the grasping even, that's not the thing. It's in the presence that puts me into the flow. I don't actually have to grasp it. And man, if you didn't bring a word right there, the blessings don't require us to embrace them because they're already ours. But sometimes in that chaotic grasping, we're flailing more and shooing away than we are bringing forth. If we can just be still and flow and be in movement with, if we can remember that in that exaltation, what is for us is already for us. That that our frequency, that right there, Taya, right there. That was as the kids say, clock it.
All right, come on now.
Mhm.
I can't help myself right now. That's some powerful.
Yes, we are. We are booking today. Kayla,
Yeah.
come on.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, ma'am.
That's something to give praise for right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Carolyn's phone working. Um, this conversation is really resonant. Thank you so much, Adonde, and thank you for being here 2 weeks in a row. And I'm just grateful for your generosity. Um, I'm thinking in this conversation about how it's said that our minds have a negativity bias.
Mm,
And in a way it isn't I don't think it's so inherent to our minds as it is our conditioning and our trauma, that we can very often be just, scanning the field for what the problems are, right? What the threats are. Um, but what you're inviting is a corrective to that, which is noticing the blessings and noticing how we are being pursued by blessings. And so much of life is is orienting towards that and being open to receiving that and noticing that. And I'm thinking of Rebecca has modeled for us saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and more please. And how every thank you is in a certain way, a more please is like an opening to just the flow of receiving. So what is moving me in this conversation is to really be so intentional about when each comes. And for me that's like, as simple as like the blessing of feeling well today, or having someone to love in my life, and having nurturing food and a text from a friend, and getting to be on
mm,
Spirit Rising today. Like, to really notice and just be in a conversations of thank yous to the divine, and to this earth, and to myself, and to those who send love. So that's the intention I'm taking from this conversation, to remember how potent it is to take time to notice and say thanks, to give praise, to not take for granted. What a blessing we are living in. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, situating myself on these two things. Being intentional, because we're talking about blessings, right? So we're talking about things that are gifted, bestowed, like, right, merciful acts and graciousness poured into our lives, whether or not we quote unquote deserve it. But simply because we are who we are. Um, but being intentional in our connections and in our interactions, not just showing up to Spirit Rising, but being focused, but interacting, not just listening to advice or even giving advice to a friend, but really sitting empathetically in those moments, noticing, Carolyn said, the pursuit of blessings, that blessings are constantly pursuing us. And if we are intentional in all of our other interactions, we are in effect giving praise, being in the state of gratitude that also keeps us in flow, that also keeps us open and ready, that re-edifies all of these other spaces that we're saying that we desire for. If we are intentional about all of the things, not some of the things, if we look at all of our interactions as blessings, as if we are intentional about interacting as if every connection is a blessing. Because Mama Loveton already told us that there's a blessing in everything. So if we walk into a space believing that the blessing is there, Carolyn says we get to reverse that negative response where our brain is already perched. Carolyn said if we look at things as if the blessing is already pursuing us, waiting for us to just see it, to recognize it, then we get to contradict, or to, I'm not even gonna say contradict, we get to do what Taya said, and that is to change our frequency. If we walk into a space knowing that we are in fact exalted, then we don't have to grasp at straws because they just gonna fall in our lap. If we stay open, if we stay open, what they say, you ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready. If we stay ready for the blessings to come, all we got to do is stay in flow. Who said it? Somebody said we just got to recognize. We just have to recognize. We just have to see that they're coming. If we're intentional, if we're intentional. Imagine if you walk through your life, if every time you got in your car, you like, oh, there's a blessing coming wherever I get. Imagine if you foresee that and walk intentionally, believing that it's coming towards you. Imagine if you walk into difficult conversations and you say, I know this may not feel good, but there's a blessing here for me. A blessing is going to come out of this. I just got to find it. I just got to see it. I ain't got to find it. I just have to see it. I just have to be open to seeing it. Something here is going to benefit me. Something here is going to build me. Something here is already promised because I've already been building it. Something here, something I do today, there's a blessing in it for me with my name on it. My name. Imagine if we walk around exalted. Imagine how much higher your head gonna sit, how much straighter that crown gonna sit, how square them shoulders gonna be. Your posture gonna be better too, I'm just saying. But imagine if we walk around and the knowingness that we are exalted. Anticipating the blessing. I love it. Ooh. So the title of today, I didn't send out the email because my tummy was hurting this morning, and I'm happy. See, blessings. My tummy was hurting this morning, and so I didn't get the email out, but it stopped hurting in enough time for me to be here because I was like, I'm just gonna give it a little bit longer. I'm not gonna cancel yet. I'm just gonna give it a little bit longer. I'm not gonna say no yet. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer, like just a little bit longer. And here we are. And there's a blessing in that. Blessing the beginning, salt and honey. And salt and honey are two elements, two things that are used in many different spiritual spaces for many different reasons, but definitely in ritual spaces. And and when I thought about the blessing of the space today, and I thought about welcoming, again, I just want to be in the proximity of a blessing, right? When I think about all the things, the movement, the momentum that's happening, I wanted us to think about what does it look like to bless the beginning, to see the blessing in the beginning. But the beginning isn't always where and what we think. When we talk about new beginnings, we often want them to be neat and shiny and clean, like a blank page, the start of a song before a single note is played. But the truth is, beginnings never come blank. They come seasoned, weathered, textured, flavored by everything we've survived and everything we still dare to hope for. So I'm going to say that differently. Blessings are not blank, nor are they empty. They are purposed, they are weathered, they are seasoned, they are textured, they are form fitting. Blessings are based on not just the need, but the come up need. They're not blank. It's not a box. It's not a bag that you fill. Blessings come with the abundance built in. So when we sit and think about salt and honey, there are two particular things to lean into. Salt is the sharpness of memory. It stings, but it heals. It forces and it preserves. It protects. Don't always feel good. That's that divine correction, but it's necessary. It also improves, brings out, allows to shine. Honey, sweetness, it soothes, it also protects. A sign of abundance and flow, but not like water. Honey is a slow pour. Honey doesn't happen quickly. Honey comes to you slow. It's designation centered. And when you put them together, we get beauty, grace, grit, and general deliciousness. Salt in general is more than just flavor. It has body, but it also protects like a covenant. We taste it in our tears. It's pronounced in our sweat. It's how we know that we are purging impurities. It is in our blood and the very elements of the things that demonstrate that we are still alive. In some cultures, to share salt is to make a bond. To pass salt creates a seal that cannot be undone because salt preserves, prevents things from spoiling, also keeps the story from being erased, seals the journey. Salt prevents decay. And I wonder sometimes, actually, I don't have to wonder. You ever go someplace and you eat a whole meal and you know that they ain't have a lick of salt nowhere in the house. Nothing that even resembled salt. They didn't have saltines. They had nothing. And everything may have different textures in your mouth. You see what you're supposed to be eating, but don't nothing taste right. Nothing hits your tongue the way that it should. It looks right, but when you bring it into your body, you can't distinguish one thing from another. Everything appears the same going in, but you know it's not, and you know it's not supposed to be. Salt is what allows us to distinguish between the different things in our life so that we ingest them in a way that is not just palatable, but good to us. Salt highlights the blessing. It heightens, it gives voice to. It takes something from what it's not supposed to be and brings out all that we should receive from it. It replenishes. When you're feeling down and out, people lean on electrolytes. It ain't nothing but salt to replenish what we're missing. Blessings are salted. Helps amplify our voice so that we can maintain and be record keepers so we can carry forward. Salt helps us with endurance, keeps us going, clarifies, distinguishes. And then there's honey. Honey is a balm. More than just sweetness, it's medicine. Literally liquefied flowers. Liquid beauty. It's gold. Small morsels where so much work has been put in for us to receive. Honey literally says, you deserve. Honey literally says, you are deserving of something that has been worked so hard for. You deserve the joy and the sweetness. Honey is a reminder of laughter and busyness, productivity, but also healing, the journey, thriving, community, connection, perfection. Honey requires very specific things to happen in order. Now hear this, because honey doesn't call us into perfection. Honey says that we are deserving of things that have been perfected for us. And those are two different things. The blessing is not that we are perfect. The blessing is that we are deserving of things that have been perfected for us. Honey is the reminder that with patience and flow, something is tailor-made specifically for us abundantly. Honey is the reminder that it takes some time. It also takes a lot of little things to get us here. Honey is the reminder that the blessing is built teeny tiny bit by teeny tiny bit. And that we have labored for it until it comes to us. Salt is grainy, honey is smooth. And when we put them together, it becomes a rounded flavor. Salt in your tongue makes you kind of wince up. Honey might hurt your teeth, but when you put them together, it becomes a rounded flavor. Beginnings are never linear. They're never on one plane. They carry the paradox of grief and joy, salt and sweet, smooth and textured, memory and possibility, survival and thriving. Blessings with salt alone would anchor us in endurance, but starve us of joy and delight. Blessings with honey alone would only give us joy without giving us the grit to sustain them. To whom much is given, much is expected. You don't want to be one of them people that win the lottery and like lose it in 30 days. That's crazy. We need the salt too. That's all I'm saying. Together they are balanced. Together they are honest. Together they remind us of our holiness. Bell Hooks said that love is care, commitment, trust, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. Salt and honey are love made edible. Care, commitment, trust, responsibility, respect, and knowledge all are required for both elements. And when you bring them together, it anchors and then expands. They protect and nourish. They're real. It's evidence of real and our need for both in life. It's evidence that we will have both in life. It's evidence that we need both in life, that blessings come from the grief as much as they come from the joy. Salt says, may this beginning be rooted in truth and clarity and in endurance. May the memory of what came before preserve me as I step into the new. Honey says, may this beginning overflow with joy, sweetness, and possibility. May I trust that happiness and healing are not extras, but part of the path itself. Survival alone is not enough. We want to thrive. A Course in Miracles tells us that every expression is either love or a call for love. Salt answers the call for honesty. Honey answers the call for joy. And together they keep us whole. So in the beginning, we bless, we receive our blessings, and we receive the blessings of both. Beginnings demand both endurance and delight, truth, tenderness, grit, grace, salt, and honey. Behind every sunrise is a whisper of a blessing. Behind every door is the possibility of a blessing. Every day we get a chance to rise again, not bound by the work of yesterday, but walking towards the possibility of today. Arms open, posture open, frequency up, exalted. We walk into every season, every moment. Shoulders back, chest open, head high, crown straight. Because the blessings are just waiting for us to see them, to be in love with them, to be in partnership with them, so they can do exactly what they want to do. Lift us, carry us, and multiply. Take a couple minutes and think. If you were to bless your own beginning right now with salt and honey words, what would you speak over yourself? If you were to bless your own beginning right now with salt and honey words, what would you speak over yourself? We'll take 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. If you were to speak blessings over your own new beginning with salt and honey words, what would you speak over yourself? All right, let's come back to the center. If you were to, oh, I forgot to turn myself back on. Okay, here we go. If you were to bless your beginning right now with salt and honey words, what would you say? Would anyone like to share your salt and honey words? Sally, go for it.
Mingle, honey and salt in my hand, grain and coolness, textured and stickiness, stretch and focus, step after step. Beginnings are never linear.
Mm. Yes, yes. Oh, I could feel it in my hand. And it's a good first of the month ritual that welcomes abundance and ushers in protectiveness. Salt and honey in your hand, rub together, rub all over, but particularly in the palms. Rinse with water, air dry. Thank you for that reminder. Other thoughts or thoughts you would like to share? I'm sure you all had thoughts, but would anyone else like to share? I don't often get to share, but because we're such a small, sweetie, I love when your cat comes on the screen. It just makes me so happy. I don't even like cats, but I love to watch you all interact. Because it's so cute. It's just so, so cute. Um, I don't often get to share, but I just had a kind of stream of consciousness and I've been thinking about beginnings and endings. Um, this has been a interesting, rough, difficult, tumultuous, textured, chaotic year. So I wrote, I'm proud of you. Through toughness, you've tried to hide, but you've welcomed so much. New things, big things. Stayed open to shifted plates and the sand of the earth. Things changing around you. I'm proud of your acceptance, of the way you stood in your worth, explored your emotions, and let the hurt flow when it asked for relief. I see the shift in you, around you, because of you. And you are at the brink of you. Again, we've been here before, but I think this may be the best version yet. That's it. Stream of consciousness. Would anyone else like to share? Taya, you're off mute, but I'm not certain if you are jumping in or whatnot. We're gonna go with the whatnot. Hi, Lizzie.
You know, Adande, I did not really write anything. I just kind of sat here in a state of meditation. But as you and Sally shared, I felt inclined to think about salt entering into my wounded self
Mm,
and bringing healing
mm,
and the healing being uh, a process of knowing that this body knows how to heal itself. And that if I just trust and let the salt do its work and preserve and restore this broken limb, this broken, disjointed uh, bone, that the honey will make it all so much the balm that helps to relieve the pain and the sweetness of knowing that all things are working together for my good,
mhm.
and that in my weakness, God is made strong, and that I can trust and know that in the affinity of life, all is well. It is well with my soul.
Yes,
It is well with my soul. Thank you. Thank you.
yes, yes, yes. You made me think about my father. I don't even know what that little stuff is called when kids slip and fall, and it's like a little white container had like green and red writing, and you squirt it on the injury.
Bactine.
Yes, that's it. And my daddy would always say it's only gonna hurt for a second.
Mm,
Only gonna hurt for a second. Um, the reminder that, like this is it's gonna make the wound better, but it's gonna hurt for just a second. You just gotta get through that little second. And that's what I heard when you said, like, if I allow salt to come into these wounds, I know that they are protecting and preserving, even nourishing me, but it's gonna hurt for a second. Their wounds, and salt is an agitator. That's how the healing begins. It has to agitate first. So it's gonna hurt for a second. But all things do work together for good. So I know that it will be well. I know that there is a process, and I know this process is rooted in love. I know that there are growing pains. I know that there are are shifts. I know that when things have to be developed, sometimes they have to be tempered. And you temper with fire. It's gonna hurt for a little bit. We have to stretch and work. Do some things we ain't never done, experience some things we ain't never experienced in order to get on the other side. It's gonna hurt just for a second. But if I can let that salt come into these wounds that have been hurting for so long, if I can will myself to let the healing balm hurt for a second, to heal what's been wrong for so long, then all can be well with my soul. It's gonna hurt for a second,
mm,
but I will be preserved in the end. Can't ask for anything more. I can't ask for a better balm. That's what I heard. Thank you for that, Mama. Mm. Sweet tea.
Thank you, Dande. A few words that I wrote was, I love you, hug me tightly, salt may sting, but honey will be your balm.
Yeah. Just like that.
I love you, hug me tightly, salt may sting, but honey will be your balm.
You got to put that up somewhere. I'm loving the hug me tightly. Hold me close. So many of us are touch deprived. Not because we don't give out hugs or touch folk, but there's something different in the um, hey girl, we in Schnooks, I haven't seen you in a while. Tap, tap, tap. To the somebody holding you, matching your breath. No words, just breathing, existing being. And the type of way where there is no beginning or end to the connection. The synapses come and overlap. There's a oneness there. Decidedly. A lot of us are starved for that. We rush it. Won't let somebody hold us long enough because too much connection and something gonna come up. You're gonna start feeling some stuff. Gonna start knowing what wants to move in your body and your heart and your spirit. And we're not always used to somebody giving us ample opportunity to feel that. Mm. But what if we saw those as blessings too? What if we asked somebody for the blessing? Could you just hold me? What'd you say, sweetie? Hug me tightly.
Hug me tightly, yeah.
Could you just hug me tightly?
Just be
Because
cradled.
those things. Go ahead.
And being, hug me tightly. I think of being cradled as a young child.
Mhm.
Um,
Absolutely.
just having that
Absolutely.
connection, just having that kind of connection. Yeah.
Okay. It's 12:25, which means I am right on my schedule. Hoping that we wrapped up at 12:30 to again give those who are in this space time to, if you are going. If not, I got some things I got to do before I get down there. But I hope and pray that we carry into this week our already rightful placement for blessings, that we allow ourselves to be open, that we walk in our exalted nature, that we receive instead of grasping for, that we honor what wants to become, that we are grateful and joyous for the blessings around us, and that we are willing to see the blessing in everything, be it salt or honey, everything May it be the beginning of something beautiful. Today has been lovely. And I hope you carry this energy with you forward. Come on off of mute and say goodbye to everybody.
Adande, I want to tell you that during the week, I felt the salt of not being able to lead today.
Mm.
And then you came today with the honey that bombed that feeling, that hurt, and that pain. Thank you for being so willing to step in and take charge for me. And Sally, that salt and tube, that container of salt and tube of honey, you always say that Spirit Rising is just, it's magical for you, and just what you need shows up every time you come. And there it is,
Mhm.
of salt and a tube of honey. Namaste to you all. I love you.
I'm so grateful for that because when my stomach started acting up this morning, I had to lull myself away from the, you know, I said that I would and she trusted me too. I said that I would and I can't let her down. I said that I would and feeling as though I might not be. But like I said, I kept saying just a little bit longer. Give it just a little bit longer. I'm not going to cancel yet, just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And it brought us here. So I am grateful. And I'm happy that you are pleased. Thank you.
I'm grateful too.
Thank you.
Okay.
See you all there.
Happy Sunday.
Bye-bye.